but it's fun. It's fun. That's the great thing about it, because that makes it more, like I said, more organic. Because when you're stiff, you set a timer for yourself. You're like, I want to talk about this topic here, from this block to this block, and then this topic here. And sometimes you're really into what you're talking about, but you got to stop it and just like, oh, I'm over time.
No,
just screw what I'm just talking about.
2 podcasts ago, we had just in general, we had let's talk about this topic and this topic. It was around 5, and we ended up doing 2?
Yeah. We just kept going, getting off topic.
Yeah.
We just kept going to this thing, to this thing, to this thing.
No, it's funny because the last podcast, we only got to the topics we wanted to talk about in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, very quickly.
Because it evolved into waifu wars happening back there. But worse.
And a lot of times we'll get into little spats or little debates about anime and everything. And one of the guys we had on there as a guest, he's like the god of bad opinions.
Oh, wow.
The stereotypical Reddit 4chan anime elitist. This was him.
Where you're just like, yeah, my anime is my favorite anime is really good. You have good points to say. He's like, no, it's trash. Yeah. But it has these good things. Trash.
No, you want to know what trash was because of one thing. One thing.
It
was
terrible.
Just think of Mr. Reddit anime opinions, and that was him.
Oh wow.
It was fun.
But, with the podcast, like I said, the hard thing is always about content, right? So you got to find a way to keep everyone entertained for one, keep your audience, wanting more, and also keeping them interactive.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of podcasts are just usually listen-only podcasts. Things that are just on. Like Google Play or iTunes or something where it's just a podcast, you can't interact, you can just think in your head, oh yeah, I agree with that. But the great thing about doing it on Twitch is that you can actually have crowd interactions. You can actually have people typing saying, well, I think about this differently, and then it throws a giant curveball on what you're talking about, and now you get a whole different topic, because now you can converse with your audience. But on the flip side, going from a podcast to say YouTube content, it kind of changes. Mm-hmm. So YouTube content, you can't always do freeform things, right? Yeah. Because then it's just why am I just doing a YouTube version of my podcast? Mm-hmm. So you can do videos. So we have a couple videos up where we basically watch a couple episodes of an anime and we'll do commentary on it.
Right? Oh, right. Once an entire episode, we condense into 5 minutes of the parts that we just kind of make fun of.
Yeah.
And it's kind of thing of whenever you're watching an anime, just the things either you say out loud to yourself or just in your head, you're just oh, this is why did this happen? Blah 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 blah. Just try to make little funny jokes about it. Right? Yeah. So that's some of the more organic content, but then there's other content that we're also working on where it's more structured and more scripted. So one of the ones that I'm trying to do is on Life Cycle 100. If any of you guys have heard of that or watched it, it just ended recently for a second season. And my opinion, beautiful second season, amazing. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on back here?
This is Weeb and Clean. We are a content creating channel that pretty much does anything anime related. Podcasts, YouTube channel, and everything. We're also going to be doing a community panel which is talking about anime period.
Dope.
But anyway, so we're going to be doing structured things and everything. And it's one of those things you just be able to be confident in what you're doing, because a lot of people think that if I make a channel or I make a YouTube video, it's gonna flop, and you start, overthinking everything. You start just trying to have this idea here, oh, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna work. Have this idea here, oh, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna work.
I'll be right back.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. But don't be late. No. You gotta think about it. Sometimes you just need to fail. You need to put stuff out there, and if you fail, you pick yourself back up again, and you keep trying.
Actually,
that's the thing you keep telling me too.
Yeah, no, I do. Which, the example is the channel, because when we first started, it did kind of fail.
Yeah.
Again, we just tried again and had a lot more success.
Yeah.
Second time around.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just keep doing it.
Just keep
it's one of those things.
Yeah. Because everybody gets that fear of they get afraid of failure before they even try it.
Yeah.
Listen. Have you watched Spider-Verse at all?
Yeah. I've seen.
It's a leap of faith.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's up, Dink?
Because that's the same way how I am with my YouTube channel. At first, I used to do loot crate boxes and live streaming on video games, and then I would be having some mediocre, subscribers, and then they just left. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And like you said, it kind of bums you down. Am I doing something wrong? Let me know if I could do better. But then eventually, right now I'm doing a live stream of South Park: The Stick of Truth,
Oh,
and a lot more people are a lot more interactive. They're subscribing. They now talk about other past games I used to live stream. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
so I guess.
And that's the one thing I'll tell people is that if you ever watch a YouTuber and you notice that like they have a whole bunch of content and what you just happen to find on the YouTube trending page, it takes that one video, that one piece of content, that one Twitch live stream, that one whatever, to just get people to say, I like this, I want more. And so they'll look at your old stuff. And the great thing about it, about having old stuff and having people interested in your older stuff, is that they can see where you came from and how you grew. Because it's always about the journey. It's never about how, like, getting there in the first place and staying there. It's about growing as you go on. That's one of the biggest things about it.
I feel like a lot of people just kind of like, they don't want to give it a try unless they know it's a guaranteed success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Which I mean, that's the wrong way to go about it. Because more than likely you're gonna fail.
Because a lot of people go in thinking that I have to be a perfectionist. The video has to be perfect. The content has to be perfect. The script has to be perfect. The props, the topic, everything has to be perfect. But then you end up writing yourself into a corner because then you think to yourself, I did everything right, well, why isn't it working? It's because you tried so hard to robotically make it so much right that you forgot why you did it in the first place. You know, you can start off just thinking, I want to make a video about why Squirtle's my favorite Pokemon. That's my video. That's my topic. But instead, it turned from that to why you should think Squirtle's your favorite Pokemon. And then a lot of people want you to force feed them what you think they should listen to. It's more of just, hey, think about it.
Yeah.
Squirtle's cute. He's a small little turtle.
I feel like, especially in this day and age, like the casual conversation isn't lost, but it's becoming like less and less apparent that people will rather formulate so much before they even start. And I feel like just the casual, hey, this is what Squirtle's the best.
Yeah, you know, like it becomes more about facts and it becomes opinion.
Yeah, fact checking, all that bullshit.
And it's just like, yeah, this is a fact that this is this thing. Like, for people who know me or people who don't know me, I absolutely hate the anime Code Geass. Like, it's one of the only anime I use the word hate.
That's the quota. He does this at least once every podcast. Every day.
But the thing is, though, is that like I don't tell people that it's a fact that it sucks and you should think it sucks. I tell people that's my opinion, and I explain why.
Yeah.
I never go into saying this sucks and that's it.
You have gone saying like, if you like it, that's fine.
Yeah, if you like it, that's fine. That's okay.
Here's why.
In my opinion,
I'd rather people be happy with what they like. You know, there's people out there who love Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm just like, it could be better. There's people out there where I'm just like, Girl Log Eyes are great, and they're just like, it's terrible. And I'm just like, and that's
Those
okay.
people are wrong, though.
I mean, objectively, we can't do that. But, you know, getting back to the topic at hand, you know, when it comes to content creating, like I said, just follow your heart. What you think first, just do it. Write it down on paper, pump it out.
Because if you do that, you're gonna get a lot more people that like think like you, or at least similar to you, and that creates a more genuine community of people who kind of share the same interests and opinions.
You know what that made me think? Like, are you guys familiar with Death Battle at all?
Yes.
Death Battle.
Sure.
There's two kinds of videos like that I follow. There's Death Battle, which I kind of drop out there a little bit, and then there's 1 Minute Melee. I love 1 Minute Melee because it basically states like I didn't do any research, I just work with what I know and just kind of makes the fight happen. I love the fact that like that fight it's just pure fighting. That you can tell it's a person having fun with the animations. They're not trying to fact check anything. They're not trying to be like, oh, like I believe this person won't win because of all this research on it. I'm like, no, let's be more organic, be more fun. That's what I feel like there's more worth in that kind of stuff, which is where you do it for fun because you love it, not because you want to be right.
Yeah.
That is honestly what I believe that this channel has kind of like taught me too. Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it's also what I just thought about when you said, you know, talk about that fun.
Yeah, that's why all the followers that we have, I watch this. They vibe well with us in chat, just to.
Like I'll tell you, it was an amazing thing, you know, and you know, just being an outsider looking in, it may not look like a lot, you know, because when you look at Twitch, you know, you're seeing people with 400, 500, 6,000 viewers, you know, with Fortnite or with other podcasts, things like that, right?
Yeah.
And you know, when you're starting off, it may not look like a big milestone now, but recently we've consistently went from having a good 3 to 4 viewers to a consistent 10 to 11, close to like 15 to 19, almost 20.
17.
We peaked at 17 viewers consistently. We
Right.
just recently got to 50 followers. Now we can have subscribers. These are big milestones for us because now that's letting us know that someone out there is looking and someone out there is liking what we're doing. And that's all we care about. We just want people to have fun with what we're doing. We don't want them to think of us as just another news channel. We want them to think about they're like my friend down the street.
Yeah.
I can walk up to them and say, hey, did you watch that last episode of this insert anime here? Yeah, I like insert part here. And conversation. They feel comfortable being able to do that. But also being able to, joke around and throw stuff in the chat and we talk about it, things like that. And I love being able to just converse organically with people. I love just asking them, hey chat, what's your favorite anime? Hey chat, who's your favorite character of all time? Blah, blah, blah. Because it always leads to a good chat interaction, a good, interaction between all of us. It just makes for a great time. So I guess all in all, as far as like the content creation part, I would say biggest steps would be, one, to follow your gut. If your gut opinion tells you you want to do this idea, try it. No idea is a bad idea. Well, I mean, there are some, but but
An idea in general.
yeah,
It's better to
just
do
don't
it
be an
than not to do
asshole.
it.
Yeah.
Because you can be like, okay, that didn't work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, and, that's step one. Step two, just try to be consistent. We had an issue with, being a little inconsistent, of course,
Right,
with
so-
our daily lives.
Right. So we started after the failure. We started back up on September. Did it for 2 weeks, and then took another break.
Yeah.
And then so really, it's only been going on since literally this year.
Yeah.
Late December, I was like, do you want to give some a third shot?
Yeah, we just did it, from January on. We've been pretty consistent, every other
Every-
week.
yeah.
And then we also do little side streams, I'll stream some stuff, he'll stream some stuff, he'll
Right.
stream some stuff.
To keep it, so this is why I force the idea on them, because I feel like at least with Twitch, some kind of consistency in what you stream is important. So whenever we do stream, it's usually an anime game, anime fighter, anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do like quantity over quality in those aspects because
Yeah.
you want to get your content out there.
Yeah, so whenever we do a non-podcast stream, it is still a weaving thing, so it's just weave games.
Yeah, pretty much. We like to just keep it on topic, anime. And while we're doing that, we'll even talk anime, comic books,
Yeah.
games, whatever.
Mhm.
We want, like I said, we want to be that friend down the street
Yeah.
that you just feel comfortable with. That you just feel like
My N word.
they understand.
We want to be able to like have our viewers be like, hey, wanna go to Chili's?
Yeah, no, Hooters.
That's also
Oh, you're with the hentai crowd. After the last 30 minutes, hentai crowd.
But yeah, and then like I said, just consistency. Trying to work with the algorithms of either Twitch or YouTube, and then just last thing, I would say just quick 3 rules. The last one is never give up. Never stop doing what you're doing. Never stop thinking that what you're doing is never think that what you're doing is bad.
I'll say as long as you keep enjoying it.
As long as your heart's in it, as long as you keep enjoying it, it's fine. It's great. I'm excited every time I get in front of that camera and I talk to people because I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. I ask these dudes. I love if anyone says anime, I'm there. I love talking about it. It's been my passion since I was basically 2 years old.
Yeah,
It's
you're the
so-
one that knows the most.
Have you tell them about like, your anime watching techniques from the old times?
Oh, really?
All right,
This man.
Multi-monitor.
So for anyone who doesn't want to have a life at all,
Oh, okay.
what I used to do when I first moved to Texas, I moved to Texas in 2013. I first moved, so obviously I didn't have a job. I wasn't in school yet, so I had nothing else to do but just either go outside or stay in my room. So,
So you chose the bad option.
a lot of my days pretty much consisted of waking up around 8 o'clock in the morning. I had my laptop and I had a screen connected to my PS4, well, my PlayStation 3 at the time, and another screen mirroring my computer screen. So I would literally, since I had nothing else to do, I would have 4 windows open. And a different anime in each window, and an episode 1 in each window.
Oh,
And after I completed one, I just kept moving. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. If there was one that I was like, yo, this is really good, binge it, replace it, keep it moving.
Wow.
And you thought Anime Club be speedrun.
And so, like, I'll tell you, I logged on to my anime list around that time, and I would say my anime list consisted of around 120 something. That's about as much as I watched.
Yeah.
To this date, and there's still more that I'm logging right now. I have reached 435, and it's still a lot. And I'm looking at this list like there's still more.
That's why when chat
There's
or
too much.
anybody else asks for like, what do you think of this obscure anime? I know it's always
9 times out of 10 he has seen it.
Like, there's some people just like, yeah, have you ever seen Dragon Crisis? Yeah, I've seen it. Watched it. Pretty good. Not bad. Not a 7 out of 10.
Let's try to
Exactly. But granted, don't always glorify, sitting in your house and not drinking water. Definitely drink water. At least drink water.
Stay hydrated.
But just like I said, like for me, anime was a passion. Of course, I have a life. And don't ever think that that's the way to watch anime or the way to like be an anime content creator is to do that.
I'm back.
Think of it as because like for me, personally, I have a job that I work 5 days a week. I have my bills that I have to pay for. I have a life outside of watching anime. Honestly, there's some times where I don't watch anime for weeks, and then I just binge.
Big food.
Or like I just keep up with like the daily stuff, like the weekly stuff. But it's just like I said, if it's your passion, keep with it. Keep watching. Keep talking about it. Get in here. Why y'all sitting outside like wallflowers? Get on in here.
There you go.
Join the fun.
What's going on here?
Oh wow.
How was the Wife Wars?
I'll say, how was the White Wars?
I just continue to ban on time so I can
You couldn't win.
But yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mr. 4chan anime opinion here.
Oh,
Yeah, the guy with the
oh,
bad
is this the
opinions.
guy you're talking
Yeah,
about?
bad opinions. Yeah.
Beat him up.
Go ahead.
100%
Throw out
correct.
literally any anime opinion you have, and he'll probably clash with you.
All right, all right.
100% authenticity.
Gungrave.
Gungrave?
Gungrave, the anime.
Is that the one with the dude? I know the main guy. I don't think I've watched it though. I know the main guy though.
Okay.
Is that Trigun?
You just say Trigun?
No, because he looks like the guy from Trigun.
He does not look like Bash Stank.
Is it not?
No, it's not Bash Stank. Gungrave's completely different.
Is that the dude with the spiky hair?
No, that's Bash Stank.
Bash.
No, the dude with the white hair. White spiky hair.
I still think you're talking about Bash Stank. Well, actually,
No,
let me
you're probably talking about knives.
He might be talking.
Yeah, but
I know I see some
that's
guy.
still Trigun, but no, Gungrave is completely different from Trigun.
I know they're different, but doesn't Gungrave have to do with the white spiky hair?
He has white hair, but it's not spiky.
I don't think I've seen it.
No, okay. So he can't really say he hates it.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, look at him. First try. First try.
What's my opinion on it though? So I'm still correct.
What? You see?
There it is.
See what we do it? Anyway, for those who came in late, basically we talked about content creation. Working on Twitch, working on YouTube, and everything. I'm gonna give you the footnotes of like the 3 things that we told you to do.
3 things.
Follow it. Oh, see, she's
Oh, there
taking
you go.
notes. Oh, she's smart. She loyal. She the best.
Best girl.
Like step 1, always keep your heart in it. It's basically the biggest thing. Just always keep your heart in it, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
Again, this channel failed twice before they finally reached a consistent.
So we finally reached consistency and we're growing.
Yeah.
Step 2, be consistent. Never stop. Always push to be the best. Think you're the best. Right now, you are worth $1 million or more, or $1 billion. You're worth more than Kylie Jenner right now. That is what you gotta have the mentality of.
Yo, for real?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's a billionaire, bro.
Can we like aim lower?
Step 3, always have fun.
There you go.
Just have fun. Like Jimmy, you like to have fun. I know you do. You and your toilets, you love to have fun. I know you do. For some reason, he keeps posting toilets in the chats for some reason.
Oh, really?
the Dark Souls one?
I guess.
Or is it because it's washed?
Does he have a fetish? Does he have a fetish for
Probably.
toilets?
Probably.
Anyway, like I said, always,
we don't talk about we accept all kinds of fetishes, we just don't talk about it.
Oh.
At least until the hentai section.
at least not until you know the after dark hours. That
Yeah.
will never happen, and I promise you.
Oh, you guys should do that. Do an after hours. No,
Literally,
18 and up.
every time in chat they ask us, so when's the after hours, so they can talk about hentai
I
again.
can't do it because my mom tells me to go to sleep at 12.
But anyway, now that that's all out of the way, I want us all in here to start talking about some anime.
All right.
As a matter of fact, actually, Miss Chun-Li girl back there, what is your favorite anime? She's
Oh,
gotta
Lord.
check the list. She's gotta check the list.
So you got a list?
Yeah, I
My
like the
anime
people who
list.
got lists.
Which you want, like, which you want me to start?
Okay.
I like that already. Start with anything you can.
So you want me to start my Funimation, Netflix, the
Oh, that's
Your favorite ones. Whatever you think, like, in your opinion,
Like
is the
which,
best anime.
like
My
which one
favorite
would you
one.
recommend? Like must watch.
well, since I work for Funimation.
Oh, wait, you work for Funimation?
Really?
Nice.
So I have this resume. I have this resume.
I do too.
No, I have experience in that.
What's your
I have a
favorite?
college degree.
I'm quality control.
Both of you.
Bro, I mean, yo.
So say, let it talk. Let it
Okay.
talk. What's your position with them? Like, what do you do for them?
Oh, I cosplay the toys, so I'm wearing one of them right
Oh, really?
now.
Chung-Li.
That's so dope.
Well, see, okay, cool. So everyone in the room, I want you to look at this because right now she's gonna become a model in a couple, not even a couple years, maybe a couple months. So I want you guys to remember her name, remember her face, because you're gonna see her in all different magazines.
I hope so.
So how much is that ensemble?
Okay, well, wait.
How much is that ensemble that they're selling, or is it just kind of like a prototype?
Yeah, that way.
So this right now, it was, well, so basically if you're a small size, it's like $30. If you go to the bigger size, this is $120.
Oh wow.
Oh, still not bad.
It's
So-
a lot of fabric.
Wait a minute.
Is that what is it, like a plus size or like?
This is a 2X.
Oh,
Because
Still not bad.
it
120.
looks good. She looks good on there.
We got off topic.
No.
Favorite anime.
Okay, I'll make it easier. What's your favorite rom-com anime?
Okay, cool. That works.
Easy.
Oh, she got a list.
It's simple to a genre. What's your favorite
What's
rom-com?
your favorite rom-com anime? Trash, the musical.
Which one?
Whichever one that you think is trash.
I told you, I already liked that one, fucking, Retarded Day on top of Retarded. That was good.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty good.
In my Crunchyroll right now, I have 400 animes that I
Wow.
Nice.
And
Right
then I
with you.
went back and I watched One Piece.
Oh
And
wow.
it took 2 weeks off of work just to watch all of these.
Nice.
And
Nice.
even when I went back, I was still making money. But,
Nice.
but I started working for Funimation maybe 2 months ago.
Oh wow.
And so basically they work on, it's basically people who make costumes, and we have people from Amazon who promote their costumes through Funimation. So right now I'm supporting a lady in Oklahoma who's like getting costumes from Japan and making them bigger for people like my size to wear.
Hey, give me the money.
Can you have your number too?
My number. But that's my third job, and I also work for Movie Tavern, and I work for a senior citizen living place. I have 3 jobs.
Okay.
Wow, damn.
I have 4.
Oh,
I
Four
also-
jobs.
And you still watch anime?
Yes.
Wow.
My 4th job is basically me selling toys for the bedroom.
Alrighty then.
So,
So it looks like we're gonna get to the hentai panel after all, ladies and gentlemen.
in the job I work at, we also do sell hentai magazines and stuff like that.
Wait, just a minute. I need that. I need that.
You need that.
Reference materials, God damn it.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot he's an artist. I forgot
Yeah,
about
he
that.
draws
He
stuff.
Hi.
I draw too.
Whoa.
So okay, I'm not kidding. One will literally buy stuff so he can get some reference in how to improve his drawing. Can I tell a story?
Go ahead. I don't care.
One time he asked me like, hey, whenever do you ever realize how hard it is to draw a foot job?
Side job, you fuck.
A thigh job, whatever, right?
It's not that hard.
Okay. No, he said like, he saying like, right?
Wait.
I said no. I never think about that when I'm looking at it.
Huh?
I'm thinking of something else.
No. It's a thigh job.
So basically, you're up against the wall, and I'm rubbing my thigh against you so you can get off.
I'm telling you.
It's just look at you as a fan. He's like, how do they know my fetish?
I thought it was only me.
Wait.
There's a whole book at the sex shop I work at. They have a whole book of like different things you can do. There's a whole book of 122 sex positions. There's some things in there I didn't know us humans are possible to do that. I didn't know that we could bend like this.
I read the Kama Sutra.
Wait.
Huh? Yes, we are on the same.
I'm talking about drawing and not doing it.
No,
She's talking about drawing. She's talking about
She's
drawing.
on a book that has like these positions that pretty much explain it all.
122 sex positions.
Okay, well, how do you make it look good though?
Huh?
It's not the Kama Sutra?
So it's basically It's basically so basically how can I say this? So they have a skinny version, the thick version, and the BBW.
Wow.
I mean, this is we are on the 18 plus day, so you can like just go as
Yeah,
fast
yes,
as you
yes,
can.
please go on.
So
Oh wow! All right, we doing this.
We did it. Promised land.
So the big version for people like me. For me, I wear a size 18 to 16 to 10. A BBW version, no offense, is for girls like you.
Well, I'm like a 16 to 18. I don't know what my
We
size is
count
right
you
now.
as a BBW.
Okay.
But I didn't know that thick girls and BBW can bend like this. So when they was like, AJ, read this book and taking information, so when you go to people's houses and sell sex toys to bigger girls, hey, you got clientele. We already have big girl clientele. We got sexy ass lingerie. I bought the shit. I can't wear this shit, but it's cute. But I was reading this and I was like, oh my gosh, there's called reverse side cowboy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, repeat that.
Reverse side cowboy.
First of all, I don't even know what the hell a side cowboy is.
Can you show us a demonstration?
No.
No.
No, not today.
Ain't that kind of thing.
Does anyone have a schedule?
It's so basically you can roll side saddle on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess. I mean, I haven't, but sure. We'll go ahead and picture that.
so
Look
basically,
behind you.
it's a
Is it just that? Because I think I
no,
get
but
it.
there's
Is
a
it like
twin
that?
involved.
Oh.
So think of it as one end in him, the other end in her.
Don't make wait.
So like a reverse like cow or reverse like.
Can you show us with the, like?
Reverse cow, but like.
Are there any dolls here?
Yeah, dolls.
They both penetrate, like both partners are penetrated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
You get one end, you get the other end.
Cool.
Wait. I think I have a question.
Sure.
What's your favorite anime?
I was like, we got off topic here.
My favorite anime has to be the anime I got my mom into watching and I was
Inuyasha.
Okay. I think we've all watched Inuyasha here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying.
Adult Swim.
I watch it in Spanish.
What? How does it
There
sound?
was one in Spanish?
Inuyasha!
Yeah, but they take a bite of a chile, right?
Sometimes.
Inuyasha!
What's up?
I got a little announcement for everybody.
Sure.
So after this panel, if y'all want to party, it's outside. It's called Kinex.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a little raid thingy, but it's not a raid. You know, we're not calling it a raid. We just call it Kinex.
It's college
So
of
really hide your exchanges of the pills.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we're having a party. It's outside.
Okay.
A little after party. So,
Thank you.
You know, if y'all want to have a little fun, go out there. Yeah, turn up. Yeah.
Turn up.
Get down.
Get lit. Dance. Oh,
Castro.
Yeah, Texas too. Yeah, I know.
What's your favorite anime? Is it Dr. Slump? Because I feel like it's Dr. Slump.
Pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, I never watched
No, I think I know why his favorite anime is. Parappa the Rapper.
it. Yeah.
10 out of 10 anime.
No, seriously, Castro. Do you have a favorite anime though? Do you even watch anime?
Okay, wait. Let me rephrase that question. What's an anime that you are like quick to say, "Yo, watch this anime"?
I will watch.
No, like what's an anime that like you will recommend to someone like immediately? Be like, "Yo, watch this shit." I feel like we all have like that one go-to anime that we want other people to get into. You know?
Okay.
Maybe like that. Is it
Basically, what he's saying is Smash with an anime you watch.
Yeah. That's a Smash Bros.
Yeah.
You good?
So I'll be right back again.
You're good.
We'll miss you.
Jimmy, what about you?
I don't like that thing.
That's a lie. I bet you watch Full Metal Alchemist. Come on.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
That's like so cheating.
Wait, so has anyone in the back row ever watched anime?
I've seen anime.
I'm just talking about this back row right here.
Oh, well,
Yeah, because this guy's kind of sus.
Oh.
Are you sure you guys are weeps?
Dude, Initial D in the anime, Kill la Kill, Berserk, and Dragon Ball. It's written in their face, dude.
What about Pop Epic?
I love
Oh yeah, we love talking epic. Well, for a while, these two guys, they're whenever they first started the podcast, that was the icon. With,
That was, I can pull it out, hold on a minute.
Yeah. So Juan drew. Back when it was just me and Juan.
We need to change it because we need to include our pal, our
the
goat.
black guy. We have to include the black guy.
Right.
We have to include the black guy. Well, I don't know.
You see it right there. I wonder if I can
Well, Chato,
So wet and clean.
what's wrong with you and Toradora?
There it is.
I'm gonna address this question right here.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
So that was drawn by Juan, and it was just us and the what are the names? Popoco and what else?
Bubblegum Baby Me.
Baby me.
I'm trying to see if I can. Here's the usual layout.
Holy shit, we're on Google.
We're on Google, baby. Hey, oh shit! Look, I drew this on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter.
Well, good the guy from
Google's creepy.
where's that guy from?
No, it's not. It's not. That's just a character.
It looks like a used
It
character.
doesn't look like a character.
If you look at the guy from Dragon Mark
Oh.
Death, it looks
Oh,
just
that's
like that.
because of.
Yo, how did you like that
This
shit?
time I might stay for good.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something.
Dragon Mark
I think it was something clear.
Just keep it there. Come on, keep that. Fucking there.
This one?
Yeah.
I was saying, those these two right here. Oh, hey, look, I'm right.
Where are you at?
Ever.
Oh my god. That's from the Dark Ages.
Yeah, this is from Dark Ages. Also, watch Kaguya-sama. Look at that. Look at that Kermit. I find you on Google.
But anyway,
Anyways.
basically, like I said, I want you guys to ask us questions. I want you guys to quiz us on anime. I want you guys to try to stump me. I want you to think of like an anime that you guys have watched that I haven't watched.
No, to make it more personal, watch an anime that you think to yourself is like niche, nobody else has watched this. It's more than likely you have.
Probably.
And I feel like that creates a more deeper connection. So
It does. Matter of fact, have you guys ever seen like any weird anime? You're just like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna keep watching.
Early Air Force.
Yes, it's weird. It's very weird.
So, like, I got my mom to watch like anime with me. We go to a lot of conventions.
oh really?
So she's been to 27. I've been to 102. No, 104. So,
Yeah, Blue's County.
yeah. So
Nice.
we're doing Funimation. They travel you places, but even though they working like a goddamn slave.
I mean, anime never sleeps, so.
So we started watching. She said, I want to watch this anime. I was like, okay, let's watch it. We're watching it. She's like, I don't fucking understand this shit. I don't either, but it's cool as fuck because I'm a little bit high right now. We kept watching.
So for anyone who doesn't know about Girly Air Force is basically about planes that are also girls.
Oh, I think I may have seen this.
Pretty much they have they're planes that are made from like, so basically alien spaceships that look like Air Force planes came to Earth and started fucking shit up.
Is that the one from Netflix?
No, it's not the one from Netflix, it's on Crunchyroll.
So reminds me of this one anime. Was it aliens crash into this one
Do
old building?
put the description for more anime than one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I recently found it again because I've been looking for that one. It's like a guy. It's like they're on like a field trip, or whatever, and like a spaceship crashes, and then like the girl gets in like the ship and like hits him or something. He like becomes an alien or something. Yeah. It's like something Xanadu or something.
Is the dude white?
Yeah.
Yeah, he turns into like airplane head.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. It's freaking weird.
Past 30 seconds and be like,
I watched like two. The last thing I remember from the anime is like they're in a fucking like train station or some shit, and the dude's going hand fighting some other aliens.
Yeah, no, it's just freaking weird. But like, yeah, Girly Air Force is like, so like basically what they do is they were able to defeat the aliens that like attacked them, and so they took the pieces of the ship and they formed it into another ship, and then they like connected girls to them for some reason. So they artificially created girls. For some reason, it's only girls that can pilot these planes. We don't know why. So they're just like, yeah, her name is AX50032. Her name is AX35578, whatever, some random number. It's because they're the name of the plane that they're piloting. But it's kind of interesting once you get past a lot of the weird stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff. It's like an old dude.
Okay, has anyone seen it that's not your Anthony? Has anybody else other than those two seen that anime?
Is it hentai allowed?
Huh?
Is it hentai allowed?
Yes.
Okay, have you watched Dropout?
Drop out.
wow, the new guy.
Alright.
You guys are cowards.
Sounds familiar.
Long story short,
Sounds
it
familiar.
was basically about these girls that drop out of high school, and because of that,
Yes! Yes. I know. As soon as you said that, I knew it.
Dude, it's like the simplest. How can we not escape this shit?
No.
How can we not escape this shit?
Because we can't escape the fight.
I know, but
Crossing.
It's allowed. It's just funny that like somehow, some way, we always end up on hentai every time.
I asked.
I know. But the fact that you brought it up in the first place is like, here we go again.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. But yeah, I have watched it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Granted, not in public, but yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, obviously you don't want to watch with kids.
I can't believe I'm showing my kids the greatest hentai of all time.
I never seen Dropout about an anime about girls who weren't smart enough to go through high school, so then that way have to drop out and become sex slaves. No, I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Wasn't the main girl smart or something?
The main girl was a genius,
Yeah,
but she sucked at math, so she failed.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, well,
That's the most love.
gotta suck some dick now.
Wasn't like the main character gonna fight like the girlfriend or something?
No, he was gonna fight for his girlfriend.
Wasn't he?
He was gonna fight for his girlfriend.
Hey.
Come here. Come back here. What are you doing
I
there?
remember like slightly. Like the main character was gonna fight the ex-boyfriend or like the dude who owned her.
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, this is my original boyfriend.
Yeah.
This is my original girlfriend. But now she's your slave.
And like
How dare
the
you?
smarter you are, the better choice you get or some bullshit.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's not that good, honestly.
Only fact that
Of
was like
course.
twice.
It's like
Wasn't that great?
of course, your opinions you go to hentai.
Oh, man, it's like, alright.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't feel like opinions really matter when it comes to hentai. We kind of come together. We come together for hentai for some reason. What's up?
Can I make a quick statement?
Wow.
Why, yes.
Wow.
Yes, we do. What was that?
Can I make a quick statement?
Sure. Go ahead.
I never say read the manga when it comes to anime. When it comes to hentai, read the doujin.
Read the dojo.
This is important.
Isn't the video better? Or watching it?
You get more story out of the doujin, honestly.
You're talking to the guy who likes art more than anything.
Hey!
Hey,
Whoa!
you gotta know why she's sucking the dick, bro. You gotta know why she grinding on it. What's your motivation?
Here's the thing. I have seen more story come out of a hentai than I have a 12-episode anime.
That's so
most
true,
hentai only have 2 episodes.
Dude, what's the fucking anime?
I just imagine the voice actors being like,
It has like the most dumbest fucking name too. It's the one where
Is
they're
it Bible Black?
No, it's the one where they're trapped under the thing, and the main guy has to like fuck everybody in the room.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, Euphoria.
Yeah, that shit has some plot.
Yeah, I was saying. For some reason, like there are some times where like
It is better than some anime sometimes. Yeah.
I'm speaking not from personal experience. I'm speaking for a friend.
that's because y'all bloody
I'm
in
friend.
your head when you watching this shit. You ain't processing it properly.
Actually,
You
no.
hold hands, dude.
Actually, no.
Are y'all in a circle when y'all do it?
I'll be honest with you. There's some hentai that I go to that I'm like, I am fully clothed. And I'm just like, wow, interesting ass shit. I'm just like, why you fucking him, girl? Like, he's not for you. He didn't fuck the other girl around the corner.
Pull out your pants and go like Macaroni pizza.
You're sitting there just like, you're just like, damn, that's crazy. Wow. Like, nah, he's cheating. He's cheating.
Wait.
You're telling me hentais are like good hentais are basically Mexican novellas.
Yes.
What? What are you? Whoa.
So you just like story, dick.
No, that's Game of
No,
Thrones.
I
Okay,
don't
he's right, that is Game of Thrones.
Oh, so why?
Get off the Game of Thrones. I'll cut you.
Okay.
Oh.
I've never watched it, so I don't have an opinion. So.
Oh, you mean Game of Thrones?
Oh.
I've never seen an episode.
Okay, no, it's actually good. Like I'm not going.
My superpower is talking shit. I'm sorry. But it's opposite takes on.
But yeah, no, like if it's one opinion that I'll have. Oh wait, actually, no, you've been raising your hand. What you want to say, man?
I watched one episode of that. It was this guy fucking another guy and they drew going on the game.
Now you know why it's Game of Thrones.
Okay, that was one episode.
Realize why he's fucking the other
Just a disclaimer. Just a disclaimer. We do
That's a
not.
hentai plot.
Just a disclaimer. We do not condone any bashing of homosexuality, heterosexuality, whatever sexuality you choose. Continue.
Anyway, that's why it's called Game of Thrones.
No,
That's the whole point of the goal, though.
The goal is the asshole. And he scored.
Okay, the guy that thought the goal was a dick, and they were torturing him.
So wait, they just poured gold on this dude and they just start going at it?
Nah.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused.
That's not the kind of fight goal.
How tricky
Go.
do you get from gold?
He found the golden goose. That's all it is. He found the golden
yeah,
goose.
you sure
Do you
did.
think
The
when that guy
asshole.
fucking bodies just becomes the best?
So wait, did the other dude like look on his goose rings?
He got golden flint. That's funny.
He was fucked first, then he got gold poured on.
Now, speaking about gay movie, do you think? Let's talk
Or is
about
he just
movies.
like a fucking the thing with the goose?
This is supposed to be an
Busting
anime. Yes. Anyway, go ahead.
You think that Brokeback Mountain could have been better if it was like a gay XXX movie instead of like rated R?
Dead ass. If Brokeback Mountain came out today, it'd make a fuck ton of money. Literally.
He's fucking right. He's fucking
What
right.
about Blue as a Woman's Color, though?
Huh?
Have you seen that movie, Blue as a Woman's Color? Yes.
No,
That is pure art. That is pure art love.
It's a lesbian version of Brother Mountain, except that it's French girls.
Yeah, with blue hair.
Blue.
Write it down, guys.
You have to understand, art imitates real
Blue is
life.
the warmest color. Okay.
Everybody write that down. Go
I'm writing it down right now. Blue is the warmest.
This is great.
Oh yeah, let's do this and then très bien.
Daryl. What's up, right? Talk about an anime.
We did anime.
Talk about a gay anime.
Talk about a gay. I don't watch gay anime. So
Maybe
Oh,
watch
wait.
No, say gay anime. I got you. Naruto.
He's fucking right.
He's
You are my friend. I mean, he's right though. Son, let me tell you that Naruto and Sasuke kissed not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Hey, you gotta understand, he doesn't call him Sasuke anymore, he calls him sausage.
Bro, they concentrate every single time.
Bro, think about it like this, the whole series he's throwing machine guns, he's throwing blue balls because he can't call Sasuke. Think about it, game, bro. Their armors blow off and makes his blood fart. That's gay as hell. Come on now. Yeah, another day.
Hold it down. We rap battling here. Hold it down. What you got?
Have y'all ever truly finished Boku no Pico?
No.
Yes.
I think it's a million.
He's looking at you like, I did it. I ain't proud I did it, but I did it.
Yeah, but then talk.
Do you want footnotes?
I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You know why I finished it?
What's up?
Go ahead, what's up, why?
The reason why I finished it.
Don't tell me because you're curious.
Or you're running out of tissues.
Don't tell me because you're curious.
I mean, we were literally just talking about how good hentai plots are. So
Shit, oh
is this
god.
under that category or what?
Fuck no, that shit sucks.
No, it's the point. It's hentai.
No, I mean like legitimately, that shit sucks.
Is it because you're straight and you don't understand gay sex?
No, it just sucks. Like the story's terrible.
Why?
Like,
Who watches hentai for the
terrible?
story?
You'd be surprised. So anyway, like I said, it ends with the fucking faggot just like granted. I'm not trying to call people.
No,
Let me
keep
be
going,
honest
keep
here.
going,
This is
keep
why I'm
going.
angry. It goes with a little piece of shit fucking running away from home. First of all, you see the first episode. Shut the fuck up! Holy shit! Completely different. Oh, fuck you! Wait, let me finish.
Titan was fucking down into the whole season and runs away. Holy shit! You're so fucked now.
No.
Hold on. So here's how it happens. Right? So everyone's seen the infamous first episode. You know, it's an old dude. Well, okay. Everyone's heard of the infamous
I've seen
first
like little
episode.
video. I've seen it till it blurs, and I'm just like,
Shit,
why do
alright,
we just watch this?
Cool. We'll go with that. Alright, cool. So, check it. So, it's old dude, like not old dude, but like middle-aged dude and like young kid that trying to look like a girl. He wants to be a girl really bad. So, he's just like, because he's just like, yeah, so how about we like do the shit, right? He's like, alright, cool. So they're a couple, right? The next episode, fast forward 3 years later, he doesn't even exist anymore. We don't know what the fuck happened to him. He's basically homeless, just fucking random kids in the street. I don't know what the hell happened there. And then like it's just like him going back and forth. He fucked some kid in a tree for some reason. Well, I don't know why the kid was in the tree. I don't know who the kid is. But all I know is for some reason they fucking fucked. So we go back to the third episode, right? Third episode is somehow they're in the city. They're like going through subways. There's an underground like little kid gay community for some reason because apparently in this timeline being a gay kid is like the most terrible thing in the fucking world. So
in Christianity it is.
I mean, Mr. Father wants to see you real quick.
So like they have this little community. They go out and scout and pretty much just rob people for their shit. And if they cash out, they're just like, oh, but I'll fuck you though. And then they're just like, okay, cool, sure. And then that's how it ends. So basically, the little shit fucked an old dude, became a dropout, became homeless, and pretty much fucked for food.
The kid?
That is how Woken no Pico ends.
The kid?
Yes!
Okay.
Alright, let's transition from Yaoi to Yuri. Who bought Citrus?
Terrible.
I did.
I hear it's shitty. I hear it's shitty.
At least fucking White Blooming to you. Come on now.
I hear it's shitty.
I read it. I read it. I didn't watch it. So that's
I
why
watched it. It's not that good.
Thank you.
Just like,
Thank you. Yeah, it's bad, right?
okay, no, it's
like the Sword Art Online of Yuri, is it not?
I didn't like it because at some point it's just sexual harassment, and I was just like,
So Sword Art Online.
No, because I mean, I don't know what's up with Japan and like gay shit, but every yaoi or every viewer, correct me if I'm wrong, has sexual harassment like scenes in it, and I'm just like, this is making me uncomfortable.
There's a lot of sexual harassment.
Why I hate all
The plot was just like,
Yeah.
it was just.
It was that.
What's up?
The one with the pink haired girl? You're talking about the Yuri with the pink haired girl?
No.
Because that pink haired girl is a waifu. I can't remember the fuck.
Which one? You talking about Sakura trick?
Sakura maybe, I don't know. I just remember there's like a fucking garden involved or some shit.
Wait.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like last year or this year.
Oh, Violet Evergarden? Violet Evergarden?
What the fuck?
He hates Violet Evergarden. For some reason. I don't know why.
What do you mean I don't know why? The first fucking 6 episodes were boring.
I mean, so is your childbirth. We don't talk about
Yeah, my childbirth was boring. And this is my climax right here.
Don't say
I'm at a peak that will never go down.
Wet nap.
Anyway. So,
Anime.
I will say this right now. Yuri and yaoi animes usually have pretty terrible plots. Except for a couple. You know what the best Yuri with the best storyline is?
Blooming to you?
No, Revolutionary Girl Tina.
You're right.
That is the best Yuri I've ever watched.
You know what? That's true.
It's great because it's not Yuri undertones. It's Yuri overtones. They want you to know
Good.
that girl is a guy that
was-
wants the princess.
I will say this.
But do they have cups?
Yes. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Yeah. I will say this.
Find out later.
I will say this that Yuri and Yaoi are usually handled bad because Japan in general doesn't know how to handle LGBT communities yet. They really don't. So that's why it's always what they think it's like.
Don't you just look
what's going on, Miles?
outside at the wallflower?
Everything else is a law, so what's going on in here?
Oh, we talking anime, boy.
Damn.
Yui and Yaoi.
Granted,
We getting real up in here.
Granted, we're kind of 18 plus right now.
I said, we're 18 plus right now, so if you're not down with 18 plus things, I leave. If you are, pop a squat. We getting real up in here.
Alright, that sounds good.
Hi, what's up?
Alright then, so back to what we were talking about. I completely forgot what we were talking about.
Overtones.
Yes. Yes. Yuri overtones. Yeah. Revolutionary Girl Tina has like the best Yuri overtones. Greatest. Because, like, has anyone here ever watched Revolutionary Girl Tina? Anyone?
I've never even heard about
No
that.
one? Okay, cool. Revolutionary Girl Tina is an older anime. It's really old. It's around the same time as like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and a lot of those other things, right?
Well, we know what's going on already.
Check y'all later. Anyway, it's back around that time, right? So, plot is, the whole plot.
Their lesbians weren't cousins.
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't at all. So basically, the whole thing about Revolutionary Girl Tina is that, you out of here, Jonathan?
Yeah, give me a second. Found it. It's anime.
Why is there like
100
But, yeah. So basically, Revolutionary Girl Tina basically starts off with you get some exposition about the school that they're in. In that school, they basically have gentleman fights, is what they're called. So pretty much people just walk around with swords and they're about that life. And so they pretty much fight for the fight to get to the top. Whoever's the best knight in the school has the privilege to basically court the princess, right? So she sits at the top of the tower. The main character is pretty much already with the girl. She's pretty much already with the princess. They're pretty much an item. However, because of the school's rules, they can't actually do that. So what ends up happening is that she puts on a male's uniform, she picks up a sword, and basically she starts fighting. And throughout the entire show, it basically tells you that these two are in love. They are in a huge lovey-dovey relationship, and she's fighting for her honor. But it lets you know, like, this is a girl, and this is also a girl. But that doesn't matter, because love overcomes all. That's pretty much the whole thing about it. And that's pretty much what kind of like brought about a lot of the Yuri type of animes. Like for most people who don't know, Sailor Moon actually had a lot of Yuri in it. Like the two girls who were supposed to be cousins, they're not cousins. They were dating.
They were lovers.
They were dating. But they were just like, oh, in America we gotta make them cousins because we don't like homosexuality.
It's 90s America. You can't have that. That was mad gay. Like you can't have all that on TV in 90s America.
Yeah. But yeah, what's up?
You out of here?
Yeah, she's leaving.
Aww.
I know. We'll be back tomorrow.
Follow the Twitch channel.
Subscribe. I'm not on there, but I do games.
No. You, Kelvin, Sergio, and Noah are like part of the Weeb Clean Extended Universe.
So you have the pretty much extended universe.
You're going to get that.
What's up?
I'm still in the smash.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Here, go ahead and take this and go. Y'all have fun. We big wild in here.
We 18 plus context.
Are you gonna kick us out, sir? You gonna kick us out, sir? You gotta kick us out.
Got triggered.
So that's like the third person today?
What, back in the game room?
What do you mean by that?
Ain't y'all saying we're gonna be getting started here?
No. Remember they told us we gotta push it back. We gotta do them on Saturdays, remember?
Okay.
That was here earlier. He said post
You
this.
next. Be the next level.
Well, I've been called to start parties.
Oh, wow.
I've been called to start a party.
To start a party?
For all you who don't know, I am the littest nigga walking. So, if you guys want to go to a party, go to
But
Connect.
Vince
I will make sure to
wants
get
to
it
come
linked.
out and wants to connect.
Goofy hat.
So guys, wait, before y'all leave, take a flyer. Check us out on Twitch. Follow us. Subscribe if you want to. If you guys got Amazon Prime, throw us that Twitch sub. Regardless of it all, definitely talk to us on Twitch. Mess with us. Send us our
Needs a bit more.
Thanks for coming.
I said share it to all your friends.
Hey, they're on every Wednesday. Sometimes Fridays.
Oh, wow.
Hey, can you do a hoarding?
I'm a
Hey, I'm supposed to be Star-Lord.
Star-Lord?
Yeah, I see the jacket.
Oh, so he kind of looks up to you. Cool.
Yeah.
I have